Well, it's been a minute, and I know you're all wondering the exact same thing.
First.
Where have you been?
I just took an upper decker in the master bathroom.
Upper decker?
Yeah, it's where you take a number 2 in the water tank and not in the bowl. You look great.
The truth is, I've been waiting on end for some pieces to land so I could get back to the reviews that I love, while working on some side endeavors, like a new motorcycle and cutting weight for competition season. That aside though, I was able to harness my psychic ability to get another piece that I just know each and every one of you will love.
Steve, for the last time, you're not psychic!
People are afraid of the gift.
Please stop encouraging him!
Anyways, I'm glad to be back with a new piece for you. The collection is constantly evolving, and I'm glad to have you all along for the ride. Today's new acquisition is one for the true collectors, a die-hard home run from Prime 1 Studios that's right up my alley, a little risky, sexy, and even a little kinky.
I mean, kinky's okay. I like kinky. As long as it's not that sick, twisted S&M stuff. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna judge your journey. It is your fantasy, just as long as you're looking at women who... Not women? Wow! Okay.
What happens when you take the unhinged brilliance of Harley Quinn and fuse it with the merciless mind of the Batman Who Laughs? You get something that shouldn't exist, but absolutely demands your attention. Welcome to Comic Statues Unleashed. Today, we dive deep into the dark insanity of Prime 1 Studios' Harley Who Laughs, a terrifyingly elegant 1/3 scale statue born from a nightmare and sculpted into perfection. This is a wickedly twisted take on everyone's favorite mischievous anti-heroine. Prepare for an in-depth look at the lore, design, and details of this hauntingly beautiful collectible. Now, let's get into it. To understand this statue, we need to step into the Dark Multiverse, a chaotic realm where reality bends to fear, corruption, and twisted reflections to garnish some backstory. First appearing in Dark Knight's death metal, Harley Who Laughs is a version of Harley Quinn who is infected by the same strain of Joker toxin that transformed Bruce Wayne into the Batman Who Laughs. But Harley wasn't like Bruce. She wasn't a reluctant monster at all. She embraced the chaos in its totality. This Harley is no sidekick. She's a sovereign of slaughter, a queen of carnage. She carries the brilliance of a psychiatrist, the unpredictability of the Joker, and the lethal strategic mind of the Batman Who Laughs, all fused into a single devastating personality. And unlike the traditional Harley, whose madness is tinged with joy, this version is pure malevolence wrapped in elegance. The design was overseen by Jason Fabok, who helped shape Harley's dark redesign for death metal. The concept of Harley Who Laughs was almost scrapped during the early death metal drafts. It was Scott Snyder who insisted she remain canon. Details like her spiked bat and the manic expression on her face emphasize her lethal humor. The addition of chains and skulls in the base underscores her allegiance to the grim world of the Batman Who Laughs while retaining her unpredictable nature. Contrary to popular belief, she is not a ripoff of Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane, it's Klaus! You need to get to the studio right now!
Your girl wants me, Gucci Mane.
You're getting clowned, Gucci Mane!
Surprisingly, this enormous piece was contained into one large and heavier box. I believe it was just about 70 pounds all in. The art box is vibrantly colored and well illustrated. Inside, we have the larger and detailed instructions pamphlet with very clear and concise instructions. That's a lot of steps and pieces which I wasn't expecting.
Uh-oh, buckle up, bitch.
Once inside, we have layer A still wrapped up. And unwrapped, we can see this glorious piece first thing that caught me off guard was how vibrant the colors actually are. Her costume. It's a patchwork of Victorian Gothic, leather fetish gear, and battlefield armor, blending sensuality and savagery in a way only Harley could wear. Every rivet, buckle, and stitch is exquisitely detailed. The leather sheen is so believable you can almost smell it. Prime 1 went above and beyond with the mixed media, giving texture, depth that enhances the statue's three-dimensional realism. Harley's outfit and torso are a visual representation of her fractured mind. The corset, the straps, the studs, and jagged edges. This isn't just a costume, it's a psychic prison, both holding her together and threatening to tear her apart. The metal and armor plating and the Gothic elements reflect her efforts to protect herself from the chaos within, yet they also represent her need to control the chaos outside. Her posture, caught between regal and wild, signifies that she is in control of the madness around her, but still haunted by the internal fractures she cannot heal.
What did it cost?
Everything.
The portraits and their psychological layers. Each of Harley's 6 portraits subtly encapsulates different layers of her evolving psyche. The first portrait, her sadistic grin, gives the impression of uncontrolled rage and violent glee. It's the face of a sociopath, relishing in the chaos she now controls with her iconic Batman Who Laughs visor. The 3 iron-encapsulated portraits, with their wide, almost innocent, piercing green eyes, reflects a fragile sanity, a harrowing echo of the Harley we once knew, just before everything shattered and is now encaged in an iron mask, slowly taking over her. It's a poignant reminder that beneath the manic laughter is someone who used to be capable of love, but has been irreparably scarred by Joker's dark influence. Finally, the regal portraits, poised with calm, stoic, calculating dignity, evokes the dangerous ruler she has become. This Harley no longer seeks the Joker's approval. She is a queen in her own right, ruling a kingdom of torment and madness with terrifying composure. Graciously, Prime 1 has included 5 additional bust stands for all of the incredible portraits. I am beyond happy to see this, as the portraits are way too good to be hidden away in a box for an eternity. This way, they can be displayed alongside the statue itself. Each stand is identical, well weighted, and holds the heads perfectly. And here we have some of the remaining auxiliary pieces, including the chains adorning the entire statue and some base elements. They are all very well detailed and look fantastic. Also included with this statue was a secondary left hand. You can either have it holding the chains or just snapping its fingers. Moving on, we have layer B of the box still wrapped up. Unwrapped, we have the base, the hyenas, and the weaponry. The base features dark, twisted designs like chains, skulls, and jagged rock formations. A smoky, translucent resin effect gives the impression of creeping darkness rising from below. Gothic architecture influences are evident in the base's structure, tying into the Batman Who Laughs aesthetic. The base serves as a stark contrast to Harley's usually vibrant and playful settings, grounding her in the Dark Multiverse. It feels oppressive and chaotic, matching her corrupted persona. The base is a reflection of her ruined world in perhaps the most telling aspect of her psychological state. It's littered with decay and debris, a symbolic representation of the life she once adored, now discarded like trash. It speaks to the deep trauma Harley has endured, but it also hints at the darkness she has fully embraced. Prominently featured are the bat logos throughout, especially the large one at the back, chained with what looks like a bat skull. Here, we just have some itemized photos of the skulls adorning the surrounding area of the base, including the center one, which is the bat logo and a Batman-like skull. This statue isn't for the faint of heart, or the faint of shelf. Prime 1 Studio has taken a risky, conceptual character and given her depth, power, and presence. The Harley Who Laughs statue stands not just as a collectible, but as a challenge to conventional aesthetics. Here, we have the first of 3 grotesque weapons, a large and imposing blood-soaked bat with nails in it, Note the glossy and reflective blood spatter about it. Next to that, we have Harley's enormous Silent Hill-esque machete, blood-stained and very intimidating. It is large and imposing, definitely an eye-catching piece. And finally, we have Harley's iconic and signature mallet. However, unlike the playful and cheery version we are all accustomed to, this one is sharpened on both ends and blood-soaked as well. The hyenas at Harley's feet are not just animal companions. They symbolize her broken, corrupted relationship with her past self. In the original mythos, Harley's hyenas, Bud and Lou, are playful, comical, almost childish companions. But here, they are grotesque, savage creatures, emblems of how far Harley has fallen from her innocent roots. The hyenas mirror her inner beasts, the parts of her she can no longer control. They are a reminder that her once humorous madness has transformed into something far darker and more monstrous. She controls them, but they also control her. Much like her psyche, wild, untamed, and dangerous. Distinctly unique and as large as chihuahuas, these hyenas are an integral component of this piece. The extraordinary detail and execution are phenomenal, right down to the salivating open mouths they both are adorned with. Sure enough, I am slowly but surely making my way through the entire Dark Metal line and impressed by the progress, yet I can't help but feel something is still a little missing.
Damn, bro, you must get bitches.
Still no bitches.
What?
Harley Who Laughs represents the ultimate twist on the classic Harley Quinn character, a fusion of madness and malevolence, with her psyche irrevocably altered by the Joker's darkest influence. This Harley is no longer just the chaotic, unpredictable jester we've come to know. She's a queen of chaos, a ruler twisted by an overwhelming thirst for control and destruction. Let's explore that shift in more detail. The evolution of Harley's identity. Originally, Harley Quinn was defined by her obsession with the Joker, playing the role of a lover, partner in crime, and jester. But in the Batman Who Laughs storyline, we see a Harley who's taken on the very mantle of her corrupted partner. She becomes not just a sidekick, but a distorted reflection of the Joker himself. The deep psychological transformation here is striking. Harley doesn't simply lose her morality, she embraces a far darker version of it. This Harley embodies the fury of someone who was once a victim of abuse, now fully turned predator, revealing in anarchy as a form of retribution. Color-wise, this statue leans hard into the blackened crimson palette. Her skin is porcelain white, eerily smooth and almost doll-like, but the veins around her eyes and the blood smear on her lips, that's where the realism hits. Her eyes are painted with a gloss that reflects even the faintest light, giving her an unsettling lifelikeness. The reds are darkened, more like dried blood than circus flair, and the metals are done and with weathered grime, telling the tale of countless battles already fought. The base is similarly painted with washes of rust, decay, and organic rot. It's both beautiful and grotesque, exactly what this piece should be. This Harley emerges from the Dark Multiverse, where the twisted influence of the Batman Who Laughs corrupts even the most iconic characters. In this reality, Harley's playful insanity is amplified, transforming her into a loyal and deadly discipline of chaos. While not directly from the comics, this statue reimagines Harley in a way that aligns perfectly with the nightmarish worlds of Dark Knight's metal. It asks, what if the one who laughs stops laughing? And when you look into her eyes, you'll know this isn't just a version of Harley. This is evolution through madness. Just for some perspective here, I have the Harley portrait next to both a 1/3 Harley from Iron Studios as well as a larger quarter-scale Bane premium format. Here, I have her positioned in her final resting area, book matched with the Batman Who Laughs himself. At over 35 inches tall and weighing in at around 40 pounds, this isn't a statue you tuck into a shelf. It demands a centerpiece treatment. With the extended spikes, weaponry, and sprawling base, this statue requires at least 18 inches of depth and 20 inches of width to breathe properly. But once displayed, it doesn't just sit in your room, it haunts it. And here they are surrounding my TV with the art prints corresponding to them directly behind them both. In conclusion, the Harley Who Laughs 1/3 scale statue is a bold and imaginative addition to the Prime One Studios lineup. Its meticulous design and unique concept make it a must-have for fans of Harley Quinn, the Batman Who Laughs, or anyone who appreciates the darker side of DC Comics. At 1/3 scale, this piece towers over standard collectibles, standing approximately 35 inches tall. She dominates the display space with a commanding vertical presence that echoes her rise from manipulated sidekick to corrupted monarch. Prime One Studios has pushed the envelope here, not just in scale, but in storytelling. This isn't just Harley, this is Harley Ascended. Her base is a hellish throne of sculpted bones and jagged steel, adorned with decaying banners of justice. Everything tells a story, from the dismembered bat symbol fragments to the twisted iron wrought around her like a dark crown. Let me know what you think of this piece in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more statue spotlights. Until next time, keep your passion for collecting alive and your love for superheroes soaring.